So welcome to all of you Shiksha 360, and today basically we have to discuss ABM MCQ series set number 8, and that is basically chapter number 5. Clear, this set number 8 basically belongs from the chapter number 5, and in this session basically we have to discuss questions from 119 to 135. Clear, from 119 to 135. So now let's start towards our question. First question, 119 question. So which of the following, or which is the correct sequence of the business phase? Clear, which is the correct sequence of the business phase? Clear, we know that basically there are 4 business phases. Clear, in the business cycle. Clear, there are 4 phases basically in the business cycle. Clear, we have to find that which is the correct sequence of the business phase. Clear, first one here, that is. So I will draw a little bit diagram, or just basically we have to understand. Yes, many of you are answering. Clear, many of you are answering. Clear, so this type, like we can say that this is the business cycle, we can say that, like, okay, like this way basically it is goes. Okay, so first one is the boom. Clear, here depression, so we know that basically boom. Second one is recession. Third one is depression. Fourth one is a recovery. Clear, fourth one is a recovery. Clear, it means that first of all our business is basically rising, then it comes fall. Clear, basically then it comes falls, then it goes very down. Clear, downfall continuously. Clear, then it starts again rising. Clear, then it starts again rising. Clear, so boom, recession. Clear, then it becomes fall. Clear, very much fall, that is, we can say that depression. Clear, then continues to recover, that is recovery. Clear, so option number B is the correct answer. Boom, recession, depression and recovery. Clear, boom, recession, depression and recovery. Clear, so option number B is the correct answer. Now move to the next question, question number 120. That is a graphical based question. So which of the following movements in figure E represents economic growth over the time? Clear, basically represents economic growth over the time. Clear, so like, so this is the economic output and this is the time. Clear, this is the curve. Clear, we can say that how the business is to be going on. This is the line. Clear, line which represents. Clear, basically this line basically represents the growth. Clear, basically this line represents the growth. So in this way basically it is gone up and down. Clear, so basically we have to find that which represent the economic growth over the time. Clear, so here economic growth. So here point B to C, basically it is going down. Clear, point B to C basically it is going down. So it is not like that basically economic growth over the time. Clear, basically we have to consider that time period. Clear, basically which has considered more times. Clear, basically which considers more time. Okay, now move to the option number B also. Point A to B. Clear, A to B it is also going down. Clear, this one. Point C to D. Clear, point C to D basically it shows that in a short run. Clear, basically in a short run economy is grows. Clear, basically in a short run economy is grows. Clear, point C to D basically it tells us in a short run. Clear, short time. Point B to E. Clear, point B to E. Clear, point B to E basically it shows a growth. Clear, point B to E basically it shows a growth. Clear, how it shows a growth? Clear, point B to E. Clear, because as the point goes down. Clear, so we can say that basically it is the recession. So here from D to E. Clear, this one is D, from this one is E. Clear, here basically D to E basically it comes down. Clear, basically from the boom it comes down, but it shows that basically with the earlier time. Clear, earlier there is recession. At this point we can say that now a little bit higher. Clear, now a little bit higher. Clear, so with the passage of the time. Clear, basically with the passage of the time basically from B to E basically we are able to understand that there is an economic growth over the time. Clear, basically with the passage of the time basically we are able to understand here that is there is an economic growth over time basically from point B to point E. Clear, from point B to point E. Clear, So option number D is the correct answer here. Clear? Option number D is the correct answer here. That is point B to point E. Clear? So please tell fast if you have any doubt, any query regarding that specific question. Clear? I have discussed with all of you. Clear? Basically, I have discussed all the options with you. Clear? How to think over the question. Clear? How to think over the question. So while answering any question, clear? While answering any question, please go through all the option once. Clear? Please go through all the option once. Okay, so option number D is the correct answer here. Now move to the next question. So dash refers to the top or the highest point of the business. Clear? Basically, dash refers to the top or the highest point of the business. Expansion, peak, expansion and peak. None of the above. Clear? None of the above. Clear? Basically, dash refers to the top or the highest point of the business. Clear? Like we can say that this one. Clear? If business is like goes on. So this point, what it refers, this is refers to the peak. Clear? So dash refers to the top or the highest point of the business. Expansion, peak, expansion and peak. None of the. So option number B is the answer. That is peak. Clear? Peak basically refers to the top or the highest point of the business. Clear? How we can say that basically expansion. Clear? Expansion basically we can say that basically we are elaborating or basically increasing our business. Clear? And they are asking basically the top point. Clear? They are asking basically the top point or the highest point of the business. That is basically known as the peak. Clear? That is basically known as the peak. So option number B is the correct answer. Now move to the next question. Very easy question. Question number 122. Which of the following will happen in the times of the recession? Clear? Basically, which of the following basically will happen in the times of the recession? Clear? Times of the recession. Clear? So recession. What is the other name of the recession? Clear? So can anyone tell basically what is the other name of the recession? Recession basically it is also known as a crisis. Clear? Recession basically it is also known as a crisis. Clear? Recession basically it is also known as the crisis. Clear? So what will happen in that time? So the total demand for the goods and services will decrease. Clear? So the total demand. Clear? Basically total demand basically in that period basically it will decrease. Clear? Total demand for the goods and services basically will decrease in the recession period, and we can say that basically our supply is more than demand. Clear? Basically at that time basically supply is more than demand. Clear? So option number 1 is the correct one. That is the total demand basically for the goods and services basically will decrease. Second one is the budget deficit will decrease. Second point says that the budget deficit will decrease. No. The budget deficit will decrease. This one is correct or not? Option number 1 is correct. The unemployment rate will increase. The balance of payment deficit will increase. Clear? The balance of payment deficit will increase. Clear? So in that case, clear, the budget deficit will decrease or increase. Clear? Basically, we have not discussed regarding that anything under the recession. Clear? Basically, we have not discussed regarding anything. Clear? And basically, unemployment rate will increase. Yes, this one is true. Clear? Unemployment leads to fall. Clear? Basically, as the unemployment rate is increased and it leads to the basically fall in the income, expenditure, prices, profits, and industrial and unemployment expands. Clear? So this one is true. Clear? So C1, C point here, it is also correct. Clear that the unemployment rate will increase. Clear? Unemployment rate will increase. Clear? So 1 and 3rd. Clear? Here 1 and 3rd are to be correct here. So option number A is the answer. Clear? Option number A is the answer. Clear? And please remember that basically this phase of the cycle basically it is also known as the crisis. Clear? This phase of the cycle basically it is known as the crisis. So option number A is the answer. That is 1 and 3 only. Now move to the next question. Question number 123. Clear? Which of the following does not occur during an expansion. Clear? Basically, which of the following basically does not occur during an expansion? So what is the correct answer? Basically, which of the following basically does not occur during an expansion? Consumer purchases of all types of goods basically tend to increase. Employment increases basically as demand for labor increases. Business profits and business confidence basically tend to increase, or none of the above. Clear? Or none of the above. Clear? Basically, they are asking here, which of the following does not occur? Clear? Please understand basically which of the following does not occur. So consumer purchases of all types of goods basically tend to increase. Basically, this will occur. Employment increases basically as demand for labor rises. Basically, this one is also occur. Business profits and business confidence basically tend to rise. Basically, this one is also. So option number D is the answer. Clear? Option number D is the answer. That is none of the above. Clear? So because all the above things basically which they have mentioned basically they will tend to occur in this case. Clear? They will tend to occur in this case. Okay. So now move to the next question. Question number 124. So basically what they are saying that basically business cycles are usually measured by considering the growth rate of real gross domestic product. Clear? How they will consider the business cycle? Basically by considering the GDP. Okay, so despite being termed cycles, these fluctuations in the economic activity, clear, despite being termed cycles, these fluctuations in the economic activity do not follow a mechanical or predictable periodic pattern. Clear? Basically, despite being the termed cycles, these fluctuations basically in the economic activity do not tend to follow mechanical or predictable. Clear? There is not any such, basically we can say that a predictable periodic pattern. Clear? So now what will happen? A dash occurs when the notional output is rising strongly at a rate faster than the trend rate of growth, or long-term growth rate basically of about 2.5% per year. Clear? Or long-term growth rate basically of about 2.5% per year. Clear? That is basically a continuously rising in the business. Clear? We can say that basically there is a continuously rising in the business. Clear? So what will happen? That is a boom, slowdown, recession, or recovery. Clear? Boom, slowdown, or recession, or recovery. Clear? There is a strongly growth. Clear? We can say that rising strongly. Clear? So we can say that option number A is the correct answer. That is the boom. Clear? So in that case, option number A is the correct one. That is the boom. Okay. So please remember these types of things. Now move to the next question. Question number 125. Immediately after a trough. Clear? Trough basically we can say that like this one. Clear? This one basically the lowest. We would expect to have. Clear? Basically immediately after the trough. Basically what will happen? Clear? Immediately after the trough. Basically what would happen? Peak. This one is the peak. Recession, recovery, or another trough. Clear? Recession, recovery, or another trough. Clear? So basically if the business is continuously going down. Clear? So now basically after some time basically it will going to rise. Clear? Like we can say just basically we can take the example of the stock exchange. So now the price, now the Nifty basically once again rising. Clear? Earlier basically it goes down. Clear? From the last week you will see the trend that it goes rising basically slowly. Clear? So that is basically we can say that immediately after a trough. Clear? Basically we would have expect a recovery. Clear? Basically we would have a recovery. Clear? So option number C is the answer. That is a recovery. Clear? So immediately after a trough basically we would expect to have a recovery. Clear? So option number C is the correct answer. Now move to the next question. In the business cycle, phase preceding the prosperity. Clear? In the business cycle basically is phase preceding the prosperity is recession, depression, recovery, or recession or depression. Clear? Or recession or depression. Clear? So in a business cycle, the phase preceding the prosperity, that is basically which phase it is that? It is that the recovery. Clear? Basically it is that the recovery. Clear? Preceding prosperity. That is basically we can say that basically we are moving towards the boom. Clear? Basically we are moving towards the boom. So before boom, basically which phase it is that? Recovery phase it is that. Clear? Recovery phase it is that. Clear? Phase preceding the prosperity. Prosperity, that is basically our business is continuously going. Clear? Business is our continuously going. Clear? So like this one. Clear? So basically this is boom. So which phase it is that? That is the recovery phase. Clear? That is the recovery phase. So option number C is the correct answer. That is the recovery. Now move to the next cycle. Next question. Business cycle. Clear? Basically business cycle, basically it is also known as business cycle. Basically it is also known as entrepreneur cycle, economic cycle, vicious circle, or none of the above. Clear? Or none of the above. Clear? So what is the correct answer? Clear? Business cycle, basically it is also known as the economic cycle. Clear? Basically business cycle, basically it is also known as the economic cycle. Clear? So option number B is the correct answer. Now move to the next question. Very, very important. During the contraction phase of a business cycle. Clear? During the contraction phase of a business cycle, it is most likely that, clear, basically during the contraction phase of the business cycle, it is most likely that what will happen? Inflation indicators are stable, aggregate economic activity is decreasing, investor preference basically for the government securities decline, or option number D is none of these. Clear? Option number D is none of these. Clear? So what will happen during the contraction phase? Clear? That is the aggregate economic activity is decreasing. Clear? Aggregate economic activity is decreasing. So option number B is the correct answer. Clear? So during the contraction phase of a business cycle, it is most likely that the aggregate economic activity is decreasing. So option number B is the correct answer. Now move to the next question. Question number 129. Which of the following is not the feature of the business cycle? Clear? Basically, which of the following basically it is not the business cycle feature of the business cycle? Clear? Option number 1 is business cycle are continuous and are international in character. Contiguous basically means that continuous. Clear? And they have basically character, that is basically we can say that we have already discussed the characteristics. Clear? That are similar in all the business cycles. Second one is basically business cycles have uniform characteristics and causes. Clear? Business cycles basically have uniform characteristics and causes. Clear? This one is wrong here. Clear? Not uniform. Clear? Not it will happen every time that business will grow like this way. Clear? Sometimes basically we can say that this will like phase is different. Clear? Basically phase is different. Clear? Not we can say that uniform characteristics. Clear? Not we can say that basically uniform characteristics. So option number B is the correct answer. Which of the following is not the feature of the business cycle? That is option number B. Clear? Basically business cycles have uniform characteristics and causes. This one is the false here. Clear? This one is the false here. So option number B is the answer. Clear? Option number B is the answer. Okay. So business cycles have serious consequences on the well-being of the society. This one is also correct one. Clear? Because all the things are related to that. And business cycle basically generally originate in the free market economics. Clear? This one is also correct. Now move to the next question. Question number 130. So which one of the following most accurately describes a normal sequence of a business cycle? Clear? Which one of the following basically most accurately describes the normal sequence of a business cycle? Clear? First of all, basically what will happen in the business cycle? Basically there is a peak. Clear? That is the business is at the top. Now basically what will happen? Now what will happen? Basically the business starts reducing. That is basically we can say that the contraction. Clear? There is a contraction. Clear? Now third one, that is the business goes totally down. Clear? That is basically we can say that the recession down and down recession, or we can say that last one, that this point basically This point it is to be trough. This point here it is to be trough. Okay. And again, business is going to write that is expansion. Okay, so now basically we have to find from the options. Peak, contraction, expansion. Sorry, option number A, that is expansion, contraction, recession, trough. Clear? So not this one is the correct one. Clear? Not this one is the correct one. This one is the expansion. Clear? Like this one we can say that. This one is the expansion phase and this one is the peak. Clear? This one is the peak. This one is the contraction. We can say that this one is the recession and this one is the trough. And this again going to write that is the expansion of the business. Clear? That is the expansion of the business. Clear? So now peak. Yes, this one is correct one. Now contraction, this one is also correct one. Clear? Now expansion, contraction. It goes toward the recession. Here they will say that expansion. This one is wrong. Now contraction, this one is the contraction. Clear? Right. Then goes to the recession. Clear? This one is the recession. Then goes to the trough. Clear? Then totally goes to the trough. Again goes to right, that is the expansion. And now T reaches to the peak. This one is it. So option number C is the correct answer. Clear? Option number C is the correct answer. Clear? So I request to all of you, clear, please try to understand. Clear? As option number B, clear, many students are answering just, they are seeing that basically in the option number B, they are seeing the word peak. So take the option and move towards the next question. Clear? This is the wrong way. Clear? Basically, this is the wrong way if you are following this type of way. Clear? So please attend the questions properly. Clear? Please attend the questions properly and try to understand the concept. Clear? And try to understand the concept, basically what they want to say here. Clear? Now move to the next question. So the demand for bank credit, clear? The demand for bank credit is at the lowest, which results in which phase of the business cycle? Clear? So the demand for the bank credit is at the lowest. Clear? We can say that basically there is very less credit, or basically where is there basically less demand. Clear? We can say that the demand for the loan is very low. Boom, recession, depression, or recovery. Clear? Boom, recession, depression, or recovery. Clear? So the correct answer here, that is the depression. Clear? Correct answer here, that is the depression, option number C. Clear? Because at that time, clear, the demand for the bank credit is at the lowest, which results basically in the depression phase, and which it leads to the or results in the idle funds. Clear? It results in the idle funds. Clear? And at that time, clear, and at the time basically interest rate is also going to decline. Clear? At that time interest rates basically are also going to decline. Prices of the shares and securities also falls. Clear? Prices of the shares and securities also. So please tell fast up to this much point. It is clear to all of you regarding different points and different types of question regarding the business cycle. Okay. So only one question is left in that session. That is the case study. Clear? That is the case study regarding the 4 phase of the business cycle. Clear? Which I will discuss in the next session. Clear? Basically, which I will discuss in the next session, along with 2 to 3 more questions, 5 to 6 more questions of this chapter, and chapter number 6 questions. Clear? And chapter number 6 question, chapter number 6 already slides are already provided in the group. Just go through that. Clear? Not that much typical. Just go through that. Clear? So in the next session, basically we will discuss the case study of chapter number 5 along with some more questions. Clear? Along with some more questions. Clear? So thanks to all of you for attending this session. I think all of you are able to understand what different types of questions basically they will ask from this chapter number 5, and how you have to go through the questions very carefully so that basically you are able to give the correct answer. So thanks to all of you for joining this session.